YouTubers? John here. Hope the entire nation out there in Prepper Nation, I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. So check it out. We're going to get right into it. It's about to hit the fan. I know that a lot of YouTubers say that 3 to 4 times a week. Oh, it is hit the fan. It's about to hit the fan. For months now, I've been saying we're leading up to something big. And now I'm telling you folks, I think we're at the tipping point. I think it is hitting the fan within the next week or so. And I'm going to explain to you folks why. Yesterday, Donald Trump declared a handful of U.S. cities to be anarchist cities. I'm sure most of you saw that, right? So, long story short, he wasn't just declaring these cities anarchist cities. This is groundwork for, again, what I believe, and I've said this for a while, that we're either in the very early stages, the planning stages of a civil war or revolutionary war. What Donald Trump was doing here is he was laying groundwork. He was naming off, if you will, battlefields, hot spots, when it goes red hot. But the most surprising to me, believe it or not, was New York, because Donald Trump is from New York, and it is, of course, the nation's biggest city. So it's a bold move on his part. You know, you can call Seattle or Portland an anarchist city because they're not really a huge city like New York or Los Angeles. But when you call New York out, okay, number one, this may end up costing him votes, you know, with the election coming around. So I was shocked to see New York, to be honest. But it's the leadership in New York. And he's just, like I said, he's naming off areas that are going to be trouble areas from this moment forward, because it is, I think, officially hitting the fan now. There are many reasons, and I'm going to go over these, folks. So this morning, Lindsey Graham announced, or maybe late last night, I'm not sure. I was watching the live stream over on TJ Preps, which was fantastic, by the way. I was up really late. He may have announced it last night, but this morning I saw it. Lindsey Graham announced that the Senate officially has the votes in place to pass a nominated judge. That's huge. Because as we have discussed this week, that is going to send the left into a fit of rage, unlike we've seen this year. They are going to go completely loco if a judge is nominated. And I'm not going to say rightfully so, but the left, the people, being objective as I possibly can on this issue, the left does have a credible reason to be upset, because only a few years back the Republicans drug their feet. However, let me just respond to a handful of those comments that I've gotten from Democrats here on the channel. And the fate of the country did not hang in the balance, right? It was politics as usual. The fate of our country literally hangs in the balance, because if we do not have a Supreme Court judge there, it is very possible that we walk away with 3 different presidents, okay, in Nancy Pelosi, because there's no clear winner, a Joe Biden, because look, the left in this country, they're split into 2 factions. They're having their own civil war right now. Joe Biden and AOC, they have nothing in common. Bernie Sanders and, you know, the older establishment like the Hillary Clintons, nothing in common. You have your radical and then your traditional left. So Joe Biden may claim to be the president, but that's still going to infuriate the radicals, the AOCs and the Bernie Sanders of the party. So you may see a situation at the end of this election where Trump claims to be president, Joe Biden claims to be president, Nancy Pelosi claims to be president, and the army is going to have a very tough decision to make. at that point. You can resolve all of this by nominating a Supreme Court judge now. That way you have enough votes in the Supreme Court to work as a tiebreaker. Yes, the Republicans have the majority in theory in the Supreme Court, but as we know, Justice Roberts doesn't typically vote for the Republican side of the argument. And so if we have a split Supreme Court, that's bad. That could ruin the entire country, and maybe that's their plan. I don't know. Don Lemon says we need to blow up the Electoral College. Thankfully, this was broadcast on CNN, and they have, 500 viewers or something. Yeah, Don Lemon's an idiot. I don't have any respect for Don Lemon. If any of you folks have his number on speed dial, message me, give it to me, and I will call him and explain the Electoral College to him. Without the Electoral College, the only way your voice is heard is to move to one of the major cities. And a lot of people don't want to live in cities, Don, especially when they're not safe, Don, especially when half of the cities on that list are now anarchist cities, enemies, if you will, of the United States of America and the Constitution here. So nobody wants to play that game with you, Don Lemon. That's why we have the Electoral College. I trust the insight of the Founding Fathers a lot more than I trust a host over at CNN. I'm just saying. I trust the person down at my local McDonald's to get my order right more than I trust a host at CNN. Just saying. Of course, we have the wildfires still going on, and we'll say wildfires, and we'll leave it there so they don't demonetize this video as well. But a lot of you understand what's really going on. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. We, of course, have the COVID-19. Maybe you've heard of it. Perhaps. Yeah. The economy. Let me explain the economy to you in a minute or less. It's about to hit the tank, okay? The economy right now, what's going on, and I'm not an economist or anything like that, but what's going on is they have wrongfully inflated the economy, and they've padded the numbers so they can make as much money off the stocks that they hold. And when I say they, I'm talking about the elites. They own a bunch of this company, they own a bunch of this company, they're going to inflate it. The company make them look very good. Then they're going to dump the stocks. They're going to get even richer, right? But what happens is when they dump these stocks, which is going to be right around the time that the earnings for the quarter come in, the economy is going to be completely gutted. It's going to bottom out, folks. And we're going to see very hard times at that point. We're getting ready to have a non-traditional Halloween where we can't have a normal Halloween. I don't really care that much about Halloween, but the deal is this. We're getting ready to also have, they haven't announced it yet, you're going to hear first, Christmas is not going to be the traditional Christmas that you folks are used to. You're used to watching all the Hallmark movies and then going out and buying coffee at your local coffee shop and then going shopping all day. You're not going to be able to do that. Yes, you can shop online, but some people still are not shopping online, and they're not going to. And so that's going to affect the economy as well. The election, maybe you've heard of that. We've been over that already. Civil unrest. It hasn't stopped in a few of the cities. And now you have Democrats on Capitol Hill openly calling for more civil unrest. Kamala Harris is calling for it outright because of Ginsburg passing away. There's a food shortage. A lot of people have reported this to me, but I've also seen this with my own eyes. Canned food in my area has been hit extremely hard. We were, I think we were at Kroger the other day. As a matter of fact, I was with the wife, and we go down the food aisle, and almost a third of the aisle on both sides gone. My wife's like, oh my. And I'm like, yeah, here we go. And finally, there's going to be no concession. None. No concession when it comes to the election. And that is going to be the straw, I think, on top of nominating a judge that's going to break the camel's back. This is what's going to send us into the crap hits the fan scenario. Once Trump nominates the judge, which he has said Friday or Saturday, they're going to push it through within a week. And if Lindsey Graham is telling the truth and they have the votes, we will see a new judge within a couple of weeks. When that happens, lights out chaos throughout the cities. That basically the cities that Trump named off yesterday as anarchist cities. He's letting people know these are the hot spots. These are the initial battlefields, if you will. So we're going to see. It is like, I feel like we're on an airplane together, folks. And the ultimate destination is going to be a nice beach somewhere. Because at the end of the day, no matter how this ends up, I think we're going to be a better country for it. But we don't know how long the plane ride is going to last. And we know for a fact that we're going to have to fly through hell and back before we get to the destination. Now, how bumpy is the ride going to get? I don't know, but I suspect very bumpy. And folks, we may not all make it to the other side. So I encourage you to prep. I encourage you to continue to do the things that you need to do. And a lot of you are checking this video out and you haven't subscribed. That's what the analytics, oh my God, it's early in the morning, are telling me on YouTube. So please subscribe. We do a video like this every morning, and I'm also doing a separate exclusive video on Patreon now every single day. Starts at $1 a month. All of the links to support this channel are down below, including buying me a coffee. So please look into it and have a blessed day, folks. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you in the morning.